Hey guys, I'm Brent from Motion Raceworks, and we're going to talk about and install the 2020 Can-Am X3 rear bumper. Here's the hardware and the tools that we'll need today. We're going to need a ratchet, a 6-inch extension, 18mm socket, a 15/16 hex key, a 9/16 wrench, 18mm wrench, and the hardware that comes with the kit, which is just 2 bolts and 2 nuts. And we're also going to need a jack with a block. Let's get started. First thing you're going to need is your ratchet with your 18mm socket, jack with any type of block. Usually you need a block because these things have a lot of suspension travel and a jack won't quite get the tires off the ground. We want to jack it up till the tires just come off the ground and then let it back down until they just have a little pressure on them. That loosens up all the control arms. We'll take our socket and we'll remove these nuts. From the factory, these are really tight, so you might need a bigger wrench. All right, then we just pull off the factory hitch or whatever they call this and this plate, and we'll go back to the table and take a look at our bumper compared to this. So this is the factory hitch or tie down or whatever you want to call it, and then this is the brace that helps brace the rear suspension bolts since they're only in single shear. As you can see, it's really thin. These tend to get egged out and it bends and breaks really easily. On our version, we have an integrated hitch into our rear bumper. It takes a 2-inch receiver, so any receiver out of the back of a truck will fit into this. We also have a 1/4-inch plate here that's bent just like the factory one with the factory holes. We can still use the factory hardware, and this will brace our rear suspension and make it much stronger and help save your cage. Our bumper also attaches to the frame up towards the top, so everything's braced on the top if you happen to hit anything or somebody hits you. We also have right here, these are cut out so that you can hook a chain to it if you want to strap it down to your trailer, if you want to hook a safety chain up when you're pulling something, or if you need to pull your friend out of the ditch, you have that. So we'll get this bolted on the machine. You want to be a little bit careful when you're trying to push this on. These bolts are held by a strap in between each set on the back side, but they will push in. So using the jack, this kind of takes the pressure off of everything and keeps the bolt straight. It is a little tricky to get on, but it is doable. So we'll get it kind of started around the top plastic, then try to gently put it on. Try to start each one the same. You might have to wiggle the tire or to get the bolts to go in. Well, looks like the middle one pushed through, but put some nuts on here to hold it on. Keeps these from pushing back in while we try to get that middle one in. Reach back here. A little wiggle, pop it right through. So we'll just start these, keep it a little loose so that way we can get our top bolts in. So for our top bolts, we have the bolts supplied in the kit. They're 3/8 bolt. I believe they're 6 inches long. And started, just drop right through and put the lock nut on the back side. Remember, just keep everything loose until we get all the bolts in. Shake the bumper a little bit, pops right in. Tighten it up. This is also a solid steel lug that we machine, so it fits the contour of your cage and also has the bolt recessed to keep it looking nice. Plus it's super strong. Then we'll tighten up the rear suspension. Back to your 18mm. You can get to these top 4 with a ratchet. Just snug them all up before you torque on them. bottom one, you'll need to use your 18mm wrench. Snug this one. And then give them the beans. Those tight. Then use our 5/16 hex, 9/16 end wrench. We'll tighten up our top support. And you don't want to get carried away with this because you'll crush the tube. There's a lock nut on there, so it shouldn't come loose. That's tight. Just gotta drop it down. And that ain't going anywhere. All right, thanks guys for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you have any ideas for other parts we can make for this machine. Again, this is the 2020 Can-Am rear bumper from Motion. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.